Hey guys, Kurt here. How's it going? Been quite some time since I made a video. Unfortunately, well, not too long, like a week and a half probably now, 2 weeks maybe. Obviously not as often as I said I was going to be when I first started it. So quickly, I think we're going to start calling these videos Grind It Up. That's what we're going to call our goal, which I've adjusted slightly. Before it was we're going to play straight heads up Stinkos and we're going to try to make a grand in a month. It's kind of lame, I think. Mostly because it's hard to talk about anything when you're 4 tabling to 6 tabling heads up Stinkos. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna play them. If you want me to, please let me know. But our new goal, I think, is going to be to grind up the $50. We're just gonna try to grind it up to 10K, and we're gonna see what happens. Whether it be cash games, heads up Stinkos, tournaments, whatever. So we're just gonna play and go. So obviously, last video we were playing heads up Stinkos. This video we're playing 1 cent, 2 cent cash games. So the bankroll's up to $70. So we've added, we've increased it by almost 50%, which is pretty good, especially given the hours we have been putting in or haven't, depending how you want to look at it. So yeah, I'll be trying to put up a lot more videos here. And there'll be a wide variety, and they're not always going to be grinded up videos either. Sometimes they'll just be higher stakes with me playing out of my own bankroll, so we'll see. But anyways, we're at $70 right now, and yeah, so we'll just see where it all goes. I'm just going to pause the video real quick, and then I'll be right back, and we'll start talking poker and paying attention to the hands a little bit more, and we'll see where that goes. Hey guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Not a whole lot's happened. We lost a buy-in up here. That was about it. Pretty much in transition of getting the cam back on. Mostly because I forgot I paused it for like 10 minutes. So, but other than that, really nothing's happened. So, I just reposted there up in this table. So that's alright. Has a couple of random hands and some random spots, but we will bet here. So we're gonna just focus on hand reading. Essentially, is going to be kind of this video. I'm gonna isolate with the Queen 8. We're just gonna fold here. I'm gonna have a site coming up shortly, membership site probably. That you'll be able to join up to and follow the Grind It Up series. And I'm also going to be posting my Skype maybe in this video, maybe in the next one. I just have to make a new one. So you'll be able to add me to that. And I'll have my Twitter up soon and all that jazz. So the 7-8 suited, we're just going to call. Okay, so we opened it up. He called, and he donk bets this flop. It's pretty unlikely he has a strong hand here, so we're just gonna call. If we were to raise, we're likely to he's just gonna fold everything that's not pocket sixes, pocket threes, ace 3, ace 6, and like ace X. So there's just a massive portion of his range that we just fold out and don't get any value out of. So we really have no option there but to call. Obviously, if there was a flush draw or the board was a little more wet, we could certainly raise. Ace Jack, I'm just going to call with. The pocket eights on this board, we're just going to pretty much give up. That's all there is to it. I probably actually should have 3-bet that Ace Jack there. The King 10, I'll go ahead and 3-bet. And he folds, we take it down. So we probably have the best hand here with an ace, although 10 is going to hit some of his range. So I think I'm just going to pretty much give up. This guy's not even, he's like a 2/3 stack, so I'm just going to fold. And I'll limp the 9-10 on the small blind. Like I'll check raise that flop. So yeah, the ace five we're gonna open up. So what else is going on with me? Pretty much nothing. I basically work and sleep and renovate my house, and that's pretty much it. I'm pretty excited though about getting our website started, so that'll be fun. I'm just hoping a bunch of the guys who are on YouTube from a few years ago start getting back into it, or if we can find some new guys or whatever. We'll see what happens. The queen five we're just gonna fold. Ace eight opening up. We're gonna be playing a ton of hands, and for most people it's not gonna be very profitable. I do like the loose aggressive style though. So here he calls us in position. Pretty unlikely that he has like tens plus, because you're going to be three betting those a lot for value. So he could certainly have smaller pocket pairs. He's going to have a lot of like 5 6, 6 7, 8 9, 7 8, 9 10, Jack Queen, Ace X. So we just c bet. He calls. We pick up a gut shot, and I'm actually going to bet this. And the reason being is I could have the best hand. I mean, it's not a fantastic card to double barrel on, because a lot of his range is still going to call. And if I didn't pick up a gut shot, I wouldn't. But we're going to go ahead and take a stab at it here. Because basically, if we check, we're giving up. We have no chance of winning this hand. It's just done. Over with. Finito. So we bet. He calls again. We certainly still could have the best hand. He definitely could have picked up some like gut shot and flush draws, or straight and flush draws, whatever. But when that three ball hits, like a five is going to be a big part of his range, especially the way he's played the hand. So we're just going to pretty much give up and expect him to value bet a lot. Yeah, he just quickly bets, and that's that. So here in the bottom right, we raise from the button, and the big blind just calls. So again, we can pretty much eliminate queens plus, jacks plus. He's gonna have some ace x hands, ace 10, ace jack maybe. He's gonna have a lot of like 7 8 and 6 7 and low pocket pairs and stuff like that in his range. A lot of people are three betting still, like king 10, king jack, stuff like that. So I also do a lot of min raises and just keeps the pot on the flop small. Lets us get to the flop a lot for a lot cheaper too, which I like. Because post flop's pretty easy, right? So you don't have a huge advantage there. Like, what do you either three bet the hand or you don't. You either four bet or you fold. Like, you know, you jam, you fold, you call, whatever. Like, it's a simple decisions pre. So he goes ahead and just calls, and we get a pretty good board for us. Pick up second pair. He's gonna have a lot of draws on this flop, so we're definitely value betting. Now when he repops us there, and the sevens, we're just gonna call. It's an interesting spot, because I mean, yeah, he could certainly have like. He could certainly have stronger hands, like, you know, he could have a 6x, he could have pocket sevens, he could have pairs. But I really don't think he's that strong very often. I think he's going to have a lot more draws than made hands in his range. I think I'll just fold, actually. The reason I did decide to fold there, if we had a 6, we'd be probably getting it in because of how wet the board is. But with a 5... there's a lot more hands that are crushing us, as opposed to us having a 6 or even a better hand than that. So we're either, you know, and he's gonna have a million outs against us. I just don't think we're ever I should call that before I slow roll him. Sorry, bud. Yeah, we bowed up. That's good. So yeah, I really think we had the best hand there a good chunk of the time, but we're either just slightly ahead or way behind. So I'm fine with just fold. Even if there was a spade on there, I probably would have called, because then we have the backdoor outs as opposed to just having, you know, outs to a 5 or a king. And down here we probably have the best hand again, so we're gonna value bet it. Oop, shit. That was a that was a misclick for 30 cents. I hope he just jams and I'm just gonna snap it off. But so we 3-bet, we flop top pair, top kicker, pretty dry board, obviously a good board for us, so we're just gonna value bet. He min opened from an early position, so if he had like jacks or queens plus, I would expect a 3-bet or a 4-bet, sorry. So we can pretty much assume we have the best hand there, unless he called with 5s or 4s and hit a set. But we're certainly going to be ahead, and he's going to have a lot of like queen jack and queen king type hands. One of the crucial things to winning, obviously, like duh, but we just limp call, hit an ace. We're just gonna check call all the way down probably. Like playing positions with the lead, playing in position obviously, but playing with the lead is also extremely important, and not calling a lot, you know. If you're constantly, even with good hands, like if you're constantly calling, you're gonna be losing because you're gonna miss the flop most of the time, and then you're gonna be in awkward spots because they're gonna be the aggressor and you're gonna be check deciding. So it's a lot easier to be in position and in control of the pot, as opposed to being on your heels and having to either decide to check call, check fold, check raise. So we're obviously calling that as well. Deuce Bricksky on the river, and we're just gonna check call again. Oh, he checks back. And yeah, wow, he checked back ace 10. Yeah, we're isolating it there. We're isolating down here. Thin. I don't even know if I should say thin because it's not. I.e., top pair on dry board, blind versus blind. And we're just gonna limp again here in the small blind. This is kind of more of a tournament play. So I was actually watching a few videos with Jason Somerville, and he was doing it a lot, so I figured I would try it out, but I don't really like it. I like it in tournaments because you limp, they just check back to see a flop, and then you bet out and they fold, and it allows you to pick up a lot of chips, a lot of antes, and just keep building your stack. So and we're just gonna pretend like nobody bet there and see bet. I'm just gonna call the 4s here. You could certainly argue a 3-bet and then c-bet the flop, but I just decided not to do that. It's certainly profitable probably to 3-bet like deuces to 5s because you're just gonna be call check folding a lot. So if you 3-bet, they call, and then you have the initiative to c-bet and take it down. So we raised. And we got 2 callers, and then the jack of clubs came. So, given that we have an overcard, we picked up all those outs. They both kind of seem like they don't want to fold, but they don't really want to commit themselves. So, given stack sizes, it's just a clear shove here. Had I been paying a little more attention to their stack sizes, I might have just called the flop bet. And gone from there. And then obviously we get a wicked river. We're just gonna value bet. Hopefully he was slow playing like ace king. So yeah, that's fine. A little bit of not paying enough attention essentially. So we isolate, he calls, and then he calls with 10s. Like half stack, he should have probably just jammed the 10s there, in my opinion. Because he's just gonna be, you're going to the flop with 4 people, you're just gonna lose all the time. Anyways, we'll just see a flop with the deuces. And we're just gonna check fold probably. We're not going to get crazy out of position. No point. Get a free flop in the blind. It's a good spot to be in. Now he checks on this board. I think I'll just min bet. And we're going to isolate the queens, obviously. We're just not going to fold. Actually, that's not really a true statement. He raises. That's perfectly fine. Wow, like 12 tabling. So what that says to me is that he has a hand that he's probably looking to get it in with. So 48. I'm just gonna put it to a size that he thinks I can fold if he jams with. So because we checked this guy, he's 12 tabling or whatever. What that tells me is that he either has just a standard hand that he 3-bets with, or he's looking to get it in. And the reason that that is important in that particular situation is because there was a limp. So by checking that, we can pretty safely assume that he's not going, okay, well, this guy's just ISOing here, and therefore we're going to 3-bet him light, you know? And we get 3-bet here, and I think with this ace, we'll just fold this hand. And what happened in this? Yeah, so we 3-bet, he called, and we're just going to c-bet this board. Not a fantastic one, of course, but we're going to have the best hand a lot here. So we'll just c-bet. Obviously, that was a little bit too small. I gotta get used to commentating whilst playing a little bit again. Oops. That was a misclick, guys. The Jack-4, just for the record. Pocket deuces. We'll take a flop here. And we're just going to give up. One thing we do know with this guy is that he's not going to be value betting on rivers without the nuts. So yeah, we'll get that site going. We'll probably get an email, so if you guys have any questions, you can fire them in. Try to answer them as best as I can. And yeah, I don't know. Basically, we're looking at 50 to 10K. That's the goal. Certainly doable, without a doubt. I should have some time off coming up, which is definitely gonna. What do I want to do here? I'm just gonna raise it. Next time we do have, well, this is basically one of those next times when we pretty much have the nuts and he's donk betting out. We're just gonna keep barreling. That's obviously a good card for us. So he called a raise pre. This guy just loves the limp, eh? Called a raise pre. Call. He donk bet 4 cents. We raised. He called. And we raised again. He called. Or he donk bet. We raised. He called. He did the same little donk bet. We raised. He called. See, now this king does not make me think that I no longer have the best hand. And we should have gone a little bit bigger so we had less than a pot size shove here. I think in the bottom right here, I'm actually going to check raise my gut shot and overcard because I don't do it very often. I think if I jam, it just looks desperate, so I'm just going to jam. He calls, we win. It's obvious. See, a lot of people go, oh my god, a king. You know, now there's an overcard to the board. What did he have? 8, 9. So he had an 8, just not fully top pair. Where were we? Oh, right. So a lot of people who aren't hand reading are just going along with the cards. They see an overcard and they go, oh shit, you know what I mean? And they panic and they would have checked back there as opposed to trying to get some value. I should have just called that on the button with 8-7. That was silly. And we're calling that 3-bet. Was that even a 3-bet? We're just folding that flop. So yeah, like I was saying, a lot of people just kind of see the overcard and that's the end of it. But when you look at the board, like, what's he gonna have? Like, he's not gonna. He never has a king. He can't have a king. There's no way, unless he called down with ace king. That's the only possibility. Other than that, like, we have jacks. He didn't 3-bet pre, or re-raise his pre or whatever. However, it ran out. So obviously he doesn't have queens plus. So we have an overcard. So unless he has a 3, we're winning, right? Or pocket 8s or pocket 6s. So you just take it each street at a time, and you eliminate hands as you go, right? So we eliminated ace king after barreled the turn and he called. So now we're not going to go, oh well, maybe he does. Now he does have ace king, so we don't bet because there's a king on the board. No, we go, okay, he called the flop, he called the turn, and now there's a king on the river. It means nothing. It's pointless, so we bet again. And in his mind, it's a lot harder for us to have a particular hand, or to put us on a particular hand because we're barreling. So we could very well have had ace king there, and he's donk betting was inducing us to bluff, thinking he was full of shit or whatever. So, anyways, exit that. The 8-9 off. No, the king 9 suited. Let's fire a 3-bet because why not? And the deuce 9, we're just folding. And the 6-7, we're gonna min open, and we are losing our table. Whatever. Yeah, we'll call 4 there. We'll call 6 there. Now what do? We call 4. Yeah, we do. Oh, we lost. Whatever. Yeah, these guys are trying to steal it. I'm not gonna let that happen. We're just gonna raise. So we 3-bet pre. He called. We 3-bet is under the gun open pre. So watch out. He should be nervous. We have that. Obviously, is representing a lot of strength for us in his mind, even though we were in position. Most people, and he's absolutely right to assume that, especially these stakes. Like, unless you have a read on somebody that you know that they know what's going on, you should relatively naturally assume that they don't know what's up. So, and it went raise 3-bet. So, you know, a queen 10 just hits the muck ski. I'll check the 4-6. Hey, a 22-minute video. Look at that. Queen 3 folding, 4-6-0 fold. So has anybody got an Xbox One yet? I have not. And I feel like I'm slacking because I look at that Rise of Rome game and that's pretty much all I want to do. Poker, take a backseat. Anyways, the 7-4 will open up. So we've been limping into this peasant. Want to be peasant spelt wrong. Quite a bit. And now we raise. So be careful with that shit. So he should be a little bit suspicious as to what we got. But this is an awful flop, really. Because it's just going to hit so much of his calling range, other than like 8s and under. Probably not folding, so. That's a raise. That's a 3-bet because I just wanted to. So this guy ISO, oh yeah, I'm just folding. Like his stack size, obviously. this guy just goes R in and snaps it off. Ace king suited. Yeah, he just does not taking ace king suited. Ace king to the flop. Jam over. Raise. 3-bet. Okay. Okay, so he is just terrible at post-flop play. Obviously, it worked out for him because he got the guy to call him with 8s, and then he hit. So, oh, we would have been an interesting flop there for us with the flush ski. 5, 6, 7. Oops, we jam, and hopefully he just folds. If not, we have probably 2 live cards and a backdoor straight. What are you gonna do? We're losing this table too, boys. Fold the 9-3. Fold the 10-3. Fold the 9-3. Fold the 7-5. Let's check folding the 4-9. Okay, well, these tables seem to have died down a little bit less exciting. So I'm probably gonna end this video here pretty shortly. Maybe I'll just play all them out to my big blind, and then we'll just call it. Oh, that one's done. Done. And then we'll just end it. Why not? And yeah, so next, I don't know if they'll be in the bottom of this video or the bottom of the next video, but either way, in the next couple videos, you'll see the link to the site, the link to the Twitter, my Skype, and yeah, that should be about everything, I think. So yeah, anyways, we'll play these last few hands. We're just not getting overly involved, so this guy's just a short stacker, which we'll just take a quick note of. 4, 5, 6, 7 to nothing. How do I shrink this stupid thing? Oh, wrong one. Whatever. Ace-9, we're gonna open up. Deuce 7, we're just gonna fold it. 7 deuce, we're just folding. Oh, you would, sir. Oh, that was dumb on my part. What's going on here? Just out of it. And he could be doing this because we have jammed on him a few times. He might be just intending to jam. But we do have at least 4 outs. We have a backdoor flush draw. Our ace high could be good. So in we go. We should have just jammed pre, by the way. Future reference. Or not jammed, but re-raised so that he then had to call and then we would jam the flop, or he would just jam in and whatever. We don't want to just open jam because we don't want to get called by one of these guys with our airball ski. Kind of a questionable raise here just because the big blind just doesn't really have any chips. But you can't really argue with that flop. So let's see if we can get a stack in here. We're going to see bet, obviously. There's not really anything else to do. We would be value betting an ace here. We'd probably value bet a queen as well. He re-raises us. This is an interesting spot. The reason... I'm just going to come back over the top. If we run into a better flush, that's just how it goes. The reason I'm going to re-pop... Or do I want to I don't even know if I want to re-raise him. I think I'll just call. I was thinking about re-raising him, but if I re-raise him, I always have a flush. Or an ace with a pair. So, unless he has ace-king with the king of spades, which is pretty unlikely because he didn't 3-bet us pre. Like, what else do we do? I just wonder if I donk bet here, if it freezes him, or if he'll just, like, spew. I gotta do it. He calls. So it didn't freeze him. And he raised us on the flop. So pocket queens are pretty unlikely. Pocket aces are pretty unlikely. Even like ace-9, ace-queen are pretty unlikely. I just think we have the best hand here. A lot. I'm just going to ship it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I just don't... I don't know what he raises that flop with. Other than like queen, king with the king of spades or something. Or... ace king with the king of spades or jack of spades. Like king, he has to have the king of spades in his hand. in that case, if we shipped, I don't even know if he would call if we shipped, because if he had the king of spades and we were to we see bet, he raised, and then what we're gonna do, jam or raise again, like we just always have a flush or complete airball. So I don't even know if he would even call the king of spades there, unless he had a pair. He would probably call with a pair, because then you have like black door boat possibilities and whatnot. So we are done, guys. 30-minute video. It's not a bad little length. So let me know what you think of the new goal. So 50 to 10K playing any game, as opposed to 50 to, what was it, $1,000 in a month playing heads up singos. I like mine better. I'm probably just going to do that anyways. But your opinion's certainly welcome. I may even run 2 at once. No, that would be silly. No, I think we'll just do that, 50 to 10K, playing the micro stakes. No time limit. We're looking at a year at most. Sounds like a long time, 1 year. But hey, 1 year from the micros to 10K, that's not bad. Because think about it, how long would it really take? A year? It would never take a year, because like grinding your first like 0 to 1K or 0 to like 2K even is about as long as it would take probably to go from that 2K to 10K, because the stakes are just higher. But anyways, you'll see the links to everything that I was talking about in the video, either below or in the next video. It just depends how long it takes for the site to transfer to me, and that's about it. So good luck at the tables, guys, and we will see you at the next Grind It Up video.